All right, guys, welcome to Texas Plane Spotters, very first episode. I am True Socks, and I am excited to bring you to Houston Intercontinental Airport, KIAH, here in Houston, Texas. It is a balmy, and I mean a hot Saturday afternoon here. It is about 2:50. We are scheduled to slate our start times around 2 o'clock. My problem is I've either got an overheating camera once I get set up, or I've got issues trying to get what I already have done and connected to reconnect again. So, as is typical, had to do some troubleshooting before we could actually log in. And so we're starting a bit late, but we will be here. Really interesting because there's construction here at KIAH, or Houston Intercontinental Airport. Our international arrivals are just a little bit cattywampus. You're going to have Lufthansa, who is here in the the 747-400. By the way, this 747-400 looked on Flight Radar 24 just last night. Interesting thing about this particular tail, it had not flown in about 5 days. So I found that to be incredibly interesting, considering Houston was its last arrival and departure location. It went back to Frankfurt, sat for about a week, and then came back. So I found that to be incredibly interesting. Beautiful landing there by the 737-800. So the 747 for Lufthansa comes here over on the north side of Delta. The Air France 777 does the same. This is a 777 for United, likely going down in South America. But what I found to be interesting is someone came up to me earlier today and said, "Hey, where's the KLM? It's supposed to be here." I was like, "Yeah, KLM is actually occupying an echo gate, which is not typical. But because of all the construction that's going on, both on the new Charlie terminal area, they've added and they've moved some of these flights over into the echo echo gates, which I think is pretty neat. So I do not have the temperature working on this bad boy, and that's okay. I will figure out how to make it work. It was working last night, and I was like, "Hey, we're good to go." And then, of course, when I get here, it doesn't. So me gets you, the current METAR, because everybody who's here watching is actually an aviation nerd like me. As of 1853 Zulu, the wind is 270 at 4, which means we are good. They're going to continue to land on 26 left, 26 right. 27 has some construction going on, so I think that one is out of service right now. 8 statute miles of visibility. There is quite a good haze going on. I'm sure you can tell from the camera. Broken cloud layer at 3,500 and the other one at 5,500. So all in all, not a disgusting day, but certainly one that could be better, could be better. I have allergies driving me nuts, but we'll try to make do. We'll follow this United A320 coming in. And there's a nice little 145 floating over the threshold here. We'll see if we can pick it up on the way in. Oh, it already passed. That's all right. That is a United Express. Yes, it is. So I'll go over to the 45 in just a second, the 145. Another thing I had to try to figure out was how to get my audio to work correctly and the way that we wanted it. I originally had some, like a boom mic set up on top of my camera, but then it was picking me up as well. It wasn't much of a unidirectional or omnidirectional mic, like a certain direction. It wasn't getting just in front. And so I had to nix that idea. Because I don't want you guys to get like the same audio 4 times, like with an echo and stuff. So, well, I got to tell you, I think that United looks beautiful. Let's come back over. We'll zoom in here. We'll watch this Embraer come in. United Express Embraer. You got it. Oh, yeah. Gorgeous. So like I said, my name is Crew Socks. I am going to be doing this every week. Hope that's the goal here, right? Consistency is key. I am going to try to do it with the same fervor and passion I have when I'm watching it at home. I do have a chat that I am monitoring, so if you do pop in and you want to say hello, feel free to do so. Right now, the camera on the laptop not exactly deciding to work with me. So otherwise, you'd be seeing me as well. I can see if I can pop it in here on the station ID page. Give me a second. Let's see if it works. No, still not wanting to work. Let's see. Nope. I mean, you can see me, but it's not live. It's not live. All right, do me a favor though, if you are in the chat and you are listening in and you're kind of getting a lay of the land here as we're watching these Houston aircraft. If you could let me know how the air traffic control sounds. I've got to get a different cord. So like I said, hey, audio issues all day, every day, but I've got to get a different cord for it. And because I need a different cord, believe it or not, that transmitter or the receiver is in the vehicle with another DJI microphone waiting to, or excuse me, just picking up the air traffic control audio. So if you could let me know how it sounds, that'd be fantastic. Also, let me know if I'm coming across too loud. I need to turn myself down here. I really got here at about 1:15 or so. And I tried to get set up real quickly. And the reason I tried to get us set up real quickly is I wanted to catch the KLM 777, and I wanted to catch the British Airways A350. I did not catch either of them. I'm very annoyed. And then I was like, don't worry about it. You can catch the Lufthansa and uh, the Atlas Air 747s. Nope, nope, that didn't work out either. But okay, here we are. Hopefully we'll be here long enough with, you know, electronics working in order to pick up some of the later international arrivals that are coming in. In fact, let me run over to Flight Radar and make sure those girls are on time. Let's see, we've got Avianca at 1610, so 410, about an hour. Viva at 1540.
They're not quite open yet. That one's pretty hold it off.
Your typical Uniteds. Let's see. Continuing to go down, 16. We got Amerijet 763 coming in around 1648. Let's see, towards the 5 o'clock hour. That's really it. Oh, we do have a 777-200 for United coming in. Oh, what is that? 1800 right at 6 o'clock. But that's going to be supposedly when the stream is ending. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's try to watch some of these coming in, right? Try to get some action instead of a still camera. I'm just trying to make sure that things are not overheating the way they were. Let's come up here. We'll see what's going on with this guy. All right, another Boeing 737. Looks to be an 800.
2038, you just heard from 826 left for land. The land 26 left, that is 2030. Right. 361, yeah, November, Sierra Foxtrot, then contact your brand.
Beautiful. Great job. Great job, Captain or FO, whoever made that landing. I know you guys will trade out. So. Like I said, my nose is running quite a bit today. So I'm trying to keep it under wraps. Not doing too well. Give me just a second, guys. We got a Frontier A321 pushing. It is a Neo. It is a Neo. You could tell just by the engines alone. Oops, that's not what I want. That's what I want. There we go. Zoom in here. Let's watch this girl for a little bit. Let's see. Is this? You think this one's going to Vegas, or you think this guy's going to Denver? Let's take a look. Let's see if I can figure it out for you. You tell me. You figure it out before I do. Let me know. Hey, this Frontier's going to Vegas. This is Frontier Flight 1489. This is an A321 Neo. This is the Flint the Woodstock livery. Woodstork. I can't read. Flint the Woodstork livery. See, aircraft about 1 year old. January 2025.
Tell me a 400 kilo, tell me your car you want. Verify something from Dr. Found it to be like there's no, your at 2000 cleared your alpha.
We'll CRJ zipping in here over off the right hand side. I think we all have seen enough of the. Ooh, he bounced a little bit. I think we all have seen enough CRJs. You can see him come through the camera here in just a second. A little express jet was coming from Jackson, Mississippi. That's United 5247. Now I was trying to get my camera set up to where you guys would be able to hear the audio. I'm worried that if I do that, you're going to hear me twice. So I'll do it, but I want you to let me know if you start just hearing me instead of hearing the aircraft and the environment that we're in, which I think that's half the fun, right? Is hearing the environment that we're in. Let me know if you guys can hear me too well, okay? Or if you get a duplicate, right? You hear me plus the camera, right? Turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I am coming through, but I don't know if I'm coming through as loud as everything else. So I don't know if if you're gonna hear an echo. I hope you don't. But we'll find out. You guys tell me. Let me know if you hear an echo. Let's wait for this Frontier to get out of here, and we'll watch him as he leaves. What do we got on final over here? Let me take a look. We might want to change. Oh, it's an A319 from Philly. We'll come back to the Frontier.
Temperature 12 about 4 miles. The MPA there 3,000. Did you need to turn around that, or you want that?
Gorgeous job, Captain. The little baby bus just looks so fun. That's got to be a hoot to fly. I think there's CFM 56s usually, right? Or the IAEs, which are a little more powerful. But that's got to be such a fun little bus to fly. Like a little rocket. Not quite a 757 rocket, but a rocket nonetheless. Watch, waiting for this Frontier to get his happy little girl self out. Get your boat out of here. We've got an Alaska that's coming on final over on the 26 right runway. Let's fly over there.
Contact direct. The number here, possible representing 130. Have a chain Atlantic, November Bravo at 2 day contact direct. November Bravo at 2 day. You can get it.
There you go. Come on, get her down. There we are. Beautiful. Oh, nice little double skip. There she goes. Great job. Great job. And we are 175 out there. Or is it a 170? I can't remember. Let me take a look. Yeah, 175. It's 175. And we're at 175 out there. That Embraer right there is from Tulsa. It's an 11-year-old Embraer 175. 11 years old. Frontier has departed. She's out of here. We'll see you next time. What do we got here? Another United 737-800 looks like. Let's see how he does or she does. Oh, got that droop. Yep. Floaty, floaty. There we go. Pulled it off. Lord knows I couldn't do that. Immediate crash. That's what would happen if I flew a plane. Immediate crash. You're just stopping in. You're watching Texas Plane Spotters. My name is Crew Socks. I'm going to be coming live from Houston Intercontinental every Saturday at 2 o'clock. And I might change it up just a little bit to try to get some of those earlier heavy arrivals. But for now, the plan is 2 o'clock. We are at Houston Bush Intercontinental Airport, KIAH. This is the United A319. This A319 just came in from Philadelphia as United 2038. If you're listening in and you're trying to figure out what the heck is going on, I'd also like a little bit of feedback. I've been having audio issues, which caused us to start late today, later than I wanted to. If you could, real quick, don't have to do anything except for let me know if you hear a duplicate or a delay or an echo, something like that coming through the audio, even if that means you want to leave. Just let me know there's a duplicate so I can be sure to try to fix it. Like I said earlier today, we're a little bit late. I had a camera overheating. I had audio issues. So we had basically all these things that happened at the same time, kept me from getting anything accomplished and started on time. We are just above the Delta gates in the Echo parking garage, which gives us a really good vantage point of the lower Delta gates and the arrivals when they're coming on 26 left, 26 right. 27 appears to have some construction going on. So I have not seen any aircraft over on that side. That doesn't mean that they won't do it. It's just, as I was coming in today, I saw the construction and I have not heard a lot of aircraft on that side of the airfield. Granted, I am 430 some odd feet away from where I'd have visibility to know whether I'm right or wrong. Interesting enough, this 767 that's sitting on the ramp here, I don't have any information on it quite yet, but I do find that to be incredibly interesting that it is what do they call it? It's not a gate, a ramp parking. You guys, you'll know. I'm having a brain aneurysm right now, or I can't remember what things are. But this parking spot out there, they've been servicing the aircraft. They got food and all sorts of goodies over there not long ago. And so I'm thinking this is one of those girls that are going to go down to South America, Sao Paulo, somewhere like that. And they've just got the international flight. Will be loading up via air stair. Either that or they're prepping without the use of a gate. Maybe they need the gate for something else, for whatever reason. I can't know for sure. I'm not a United employee. Who knows what they're doing? Got this United that's kind of just hanging out here. Not sure what he's doing. I think he might be giving way to the Embraer that's coming off to the left, off to his right. But that shouldn't impact him. Yep, maybe that's exactly what's happening. Let's see. We come out here, maybe you guys can get a good view of it. No, not really. It's starting to move now. Okay. So yeah, welcome to Texas Plane Spotters. My name is Crew Socks. 2 o'clock coming live from Houston Bush Intercontinental Airport. It's 3:15 in the afternoon. Not too bad. These partly cloudy days. Actually relatively comfortable to be at. I'm really excited. I can't wait for this girl to come out of here. But this A350-1000 for British Airways. Again, let me know if you're getting in here, you're just joining. Let me know if there is a echo. I'm trying to give you guys airport environment sound, but it's also, I feel like it's picking up my voice. So please let me know if it is, and I'll go ahead and turn that off. No, I'd rather you hear nothing in dead silence and just have to listen to my disgusting voice than for you to hear my voice twice. Make sense? So if you're hearing an echo, please let me know. I'm just trying to make sure we have some ambiance for the airport environment itself. There's got to be a better way. I just don't have one yet. Absolutely open to suggestions. I had a Rode mic, not a Rode. It's an let's be honest. It was a off-brand of the same kind of thing, cardioid mic. But the problem is, it was picking up too much on the back end. It was picking up too much of me behind the camera. Now I thought they were like sort of one directional. I don't know if that's unidirectional or omnidirectional. You guys can tell me. I don't feel like Googling, but I thought it was only supposed to pick up what's in front of the microphone, not behind it. I thought that was going to work really nice on a cold shoe mount, but unfortunately, I feel like it was picking me up and causing more issues. So I ended up getting rid of that and not bringing it today. So right now, all I've got is the um, DJI, the DJI Mini Mic 2. I actually really like these. They're really nice. They've got a nice magnet there, allows me to talk and not have to worry about it. It picks me up pretty nicely. And your air traffic control, if you hear it, it's actually because of another DJI mic that's in my vehicle, picking up the air traffic control aspect of it.
I'm ready to brush up the version. That's for my Portugal. Maybe now I'll have a 4-5. Then I'll actually try to merge. Oh well, out of town.
Now, interestingly enough, the KLM Houston to Amsterdam scheduled out at 15:25. That is here in about 6 to 7 minutes. Just popped up on flight radar, so we are looking at a likely pushback here and taxi of the KLM 777 that's going back to Amsterdam. 22-year-old aircraft. Holy crap. That's amazing. Honestly amazing. You know, you think you have an older vehicle and you're like, man, I'm going to drive this thing till the wheels fall off. And you're like, you know, it's 10 years down the road and you're going, well, this is getting kind of wonky. You know, the door handle doesn't work anymore and the mirror's not doing what it's supposed to do. And I think I have a brake light that works every other Tuesday. This is a 22-year-old aircraft that still transports hundreds of people across the vast Atlantic and delivers them safely to their destination. Stand engineering is kind of complex, and I know parts are not easy and it can be expensive. Scenario to think about. 22-year-old aircraft, still flying, still able to do the job that the captain would do. That's nuts to me. The KLM is scheduled out 15:25, looking like it's pushing about 5 minutes early. KLM's pushing about 5 minutes early. Looks like we might have dropped a little bit, a couple frames. That's all right, guys. Don't worry about it. This is life. Such is life in the streaming world. It's not going to be perfect. We're remote. We're not at home. But this girl is, like I said, 22 years old, going 4,355 nautical miles from here. Ooh, that is a 7-hour and 45-minute flight. 7-hour, 45-minute flight that this aircraft is about to do. It's a good view, right? Got a nice little lofty tail in there. If you're just joining us, you're watching TXPS, or Texas Plane Spotters Live. I am Crew Sox, coming to you live from Houston Intercontinental Airport, specifically the Echo Garage. We are watching this KLM 777, this KLM 777-200 that has just pushed back from the Delta gates. This girl is going 7 hours and 45 minutes across the Atlantic back to Amsterdam. It is a 22-year-old aircraft. Getting kind of windy out here. You know, we had managed to keep away from much of the wind for most of the day. But now, as the day's getting later, we're starting to get some nice gusts here. And again, likely it's coming from the west, so we're not going to have any flow changes. But that does mean the departures and the arrivals, more pointedly, are going to get a little bit gnarlier, a little bit more twisting, a little more right rudder from these captains and first officers making these landings here.
Okay.
While we're waiting for this KLM to get moving here, United 737-800s just coming over the threshold for runway 26 right. That aircraft is from Los Angeles, United Flight 277. It's a Boeing 737-900, 13-year-old aircraft. Now, it does also look like that United 767 just off to the left that was in remote stand, that's what I'm looking for, in the remote stand or the remote parking, does have its beacon on and it is connected to a tow. So I did not see a bunch of passengers go out to remote stand. So my thought here is when the KLM moves, they might be tucking that 767 back over into one of those larger Delta gates for the passengers to embark. So that would mean they truly did want to do all the pre-passenger services prior to actually getting the aircraft moved to the gate. Whether that's true or not, we'll find out as we're watching here. The KLM's starting to move. Fantastic. Now, what is it going to do? Is it going to make a left and come down November Bravo and run out to 15 left? Or are they going to throw it down on the south side and have a taxi from there? Functionally, it's about the same taxi if there's a line. Good. Making a move left, which means we get some extended shots. Unless we get a 26 left departure, which now that would be something. That would be special. So you can see there they got that 767 locked into one of the large tugs. We'll see what happens here. We're looking for that 767, the 777, to make a left here at November Bravo.
Top at 10 above 2,000, third on end, my 17 line approach.
Yep, that's what she's doing. Making a beautiful left-hand turn, which is nice because the sun is not going down, but we are in a prime position for some beautiful shots with this sunlight that we've got going. We got cloudy skies, so we just these gray skies and the disbursement of the light just looks great. It's fantabulous. Just making some adjustments to the camera. There we go. Trey, 777 KLM 777 200 777 200 going from Houston to Amsterdam, 7-hour 45-minute flight. It is KLM flight 192. Yep. If you're just joining us, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. You're watching Texas Plane Spotters live from Houston Intercontinental Airport. It is about 3:30 in the afternoon. This is KLM flight 192 from from Houston to Amsterdam. I am Crew Sox, hosting you for this afternoon. Beautiful. Hey, is that a Viva? Viva just landed. Beautiful. Where did Viva come from? Was it Guadalajara? Let's take a look. Looks like we're having some drop frames, and that's okay. The process here. Monterrey. Beautiful. So this was Viva Airbus flight 612. Came from Monterrey. It is an A321 200, and it is what? 12 years old. Now, while you guys are watching this, I'm keeping an eye out over on that 777 that's hanging out over on the remote stand. I'm looking to see what they're going to do with it. I'm waiting for them to move it or detach or something. If you're just joining us, please let me know if there is a echo in the audio. I would hate for me to be doing this for 2-3 hours and there's an echo in the audio that I can't get rid of. Let's go ahead and plug in the laptop. Looks like we're getting low on battery, and we are. So now we're charging back up. Beautiful. It's all working the way it should. It's all going by the process. Still waiting on that 777. It is a 777, but it could be a 76, and I'm being stupid. Ooh, guys, we've got movement. Obviously, this British Airways A350-1000 is going. No, it's actually an A359. It's got to be because you look at you only got tandem gear. You don't have a triplet. This one not even coming up on flight radar yet, so I don't know what flight number it is quite yet.
259 approach now 101.
3:30 in the afternoon here. You're watching Texas Plane Spotters live from Houston Intercontinental Airport. This is one of our Speedbird or British Airways A350s pushing back from the Charlie gates or Delta gates. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, Delta something, 1, 2 Bravo, something like that. Pushing back from the Delta gates. And it is going to be on its way to London Heathrow here in a moment. Now, if you don't mind, guys, I've set up a Discord because I hear that's how you guys like to keep in touch. So feel free to slide on over there to Discord, sign on in, and we'll get you we'll get you set up there. You can chat, you can talk, and I'll be doing some extra work on it to make sure that there's somewhere for you guys to post pictures, your own plane spotting, and just sort of build a community around it. I would honestly like to build a great community where we can all show up and hang out together, watch these airplanes, enjoy the incredibly interesting hobby that is plane spotting. And by interesting, I mean interesting to us and not to everybody else. Everybody else thinks we're weird, and that's okay. Now, while we're watching this Speedbird or this British Airways A350 getting started up and disconnected from its tow, I will let you know that that United 777, I was right, is on tow heading down taxiway right now, which is November Bravo. So heading down November Bravo right now, and you may see it come into frame here in just a couple moments. What I don't know is where they're taking it. I do wonder if they're going to end up coming in here. But then if they did that, why wouldn't they just tow it inside of the ramp, not going out to the taxiway? So that doesn't make much sense. So it's likely not coming here. It can't be coming here. And if it is, I don't understand life at that point. And maybe that's why I don't do airport operations for United Airlines. The weather will update here in just a couple moments, but I got to tell you guys, it's gusty. It's coming out of the twos, coming out of the west. It's gusty, which we didn't have this earlier, but we also had a little more sunlight. So you give and take, right? Had a little bit more piercing sun with no wind. Now we've got the gusts and the wind, and a nice overcast and partly they call it partly cloudy, but I'll be frankly honest, it's more overcast and really broken than anything else, which is making such a great environment for us here right now. Dude, that car's just zooming, dude. I'm sure that wind is just pushing around that camera. You know, it is what it is. All right, we're moving.
So if they want me to 3 north 2 hold for the 26 left, part 2.
You can really hear that wind.
Thank you.
All right. That's actually going to frustrate me, so I'm going to turn that off. I want you guys to be able to hear the airport environment, but if all you hear is wind, that's not really worth it. Sorry, had to turn that off for you guys. Hopefully you can still hear enough coming through the microphones, but highly doubtful. But that's just, it's going to be blowing wind in the microphone. Those of you who just joined us, you're watching Texas Plane Spotters. My name is Crew Socks. We're live at Houston Intercontinental Airport and the Echo Garage overlooking Terminal Delta on the north side. Houston Intercontinental is currently landing westbound, doing westbound ops. That means they're landing 26 left, 26 right, and 27. However, 27 appears to have some construction going on. So right now we are really just running the northbound runways here for all of the arrivals. You are watching a British Airways A359 that is departing out to London Heathrow. It is British Airways 81 Victor or Speedbird 194. That is a 1-year-old A359. Wait, what am I talking about? It's not even A350. That's a 787. Am I crazy? I should have noticed that with the freaking engines. Y'all, you need to like yell at me next time I do something stupid like that. You see those Smitars? God, I'm stupid. That's all right. That's what happens when I can't look at flight radar and I mess myself up. Anyway, that 787 is heading back out. It's a 787-10. Heading out to London Heathrow. What do we got going on? Anything fun? Nada right now, except for the Viva Airbus coming in. Guys, if you're just coming in, welcome. My name is Crew Socks. You're watching Texas Plane Spotters live. We're at Houston Bush Intercontinental Airport. We just watched a Boeing 787-10 for British Airways push and taxi out westbound on November Bravo. They're departing out to London Heathrow. And nobody told me I was an idiot and kept calling it an A350. But that's okay. Don't mess up your enemy when they start making mistakes. Right now, we've just got someone coming in on the east side. Let's see. Don't know who it is yet. It's United, but who? Let's do this. My hat keeps trying to fall off. I'm going to lock this baby in. I know it looks stupid, but I don't care because I need my hat. It's covering my bald head. Well done, Captain. All right, big baby bird, big baby bird, Air France, pushing back. Now, before I get it wrong, yes, this is actually an A359. Air France 99, Air France Flight 99, and A359 heading to Charles de Gaulle Airport. This is a brand new, that means it is less than a year old A359. Which I actually love that they're sending a brand new aircraft out here to Houston. Oh, that's gorgeous watching that engine spool. It's a bit windy, so it's shaking around my camera, but that's all right. We're doing our best here.
33.051, 33.05. $15.99 to go to what you were saying, and I guess your big neck that was better for you if I gave you an alternate tank where you for sure don't have to stop until you get all the way to the back. If you're cooling down enough for us to keep our speed up, so we'd like.
That's cool. Had the A&A in the background. About 3:45, guys. We've got this Air France A359, Air France Flight 99, a brand new A359 heading to Charles de Gaulle Airport. Scheduled flight, scheduled block time, not block time, geez. Off the block time, 1550. So definitely about 10 minutes early getting out of the gate there. But 4,367 nautical miles. That is going to be quite the journey.
If you want the part of the 1-4, plus it would be the turn left, setting up 09 or 018, should be active depth.
Excuse me. Got allergies that I'm just battling day in and day out. Got a Delta A220? No. Yeah, it's got to be an A220. Floating down 26 left. That's not an A220. It's an Embraer. If you're just joining us, you are watching Texas Planespotters.live. Texas Planespotters Live. I am Crew Sox. We are here live at Houston Intercontinental Airport. We are on the north side of the Echo parking garage. We are overlooking the low-end Delta gates. And right now, this is an Air France A359, barely a year old, under a year old, that has just pushed back from the Delta gates and is going to be departing out to Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, France. 4,000 nautical mile journey. How long is that flight, you think, folks?
Let's not go straight out to right with the Alpha.
I'm going to adjust the camera here a little bit.
4,000.
There we go. Allow me to get in close to it.
Check 433 is going to maintain 5,000.
I'm trying to multitask and I'm failing miserably. I apologize.
500.
I put it right there. Hopefully we'll stick with them as they make that turn while I do this.
Left turn November Romeo, left turn on November Alpha, favorite mention. Left November Alpha here.
There.
14012, good 100, my second one in a row down the road. What did you receive on the profile? Look at that, I think I'm working on that yellow. Right now.
If you're joining us, I'd love to know who you are, where you're from, what you're watching for, right? Are you passionate about photography and you like how airplanes look in photos? Passionate about airplanes and you like to go up to the airport nearest you and watch airplanes as well? Are you passionate about commercial aviation? Maybe it's military ops that you like. I'd love to hear from you. A little interrogative conversation, right? Where we interact back and forth would be fun. We're watching this Air France get its taxi clearance, essentially. So it should be moving forward here and running just up the taxi lane and making a left at November Bravo, taxiing out to the west side for a departure off of the 15s. And I would be willing to bet they push it out to 15 right.
What did you want to use the boat? Should I expect you want a visual boat thing? Everything expect visual approach. Fly heading 280 to the maintain 4,000. Move down the runway, turn right on.
See if I can get my cam working so you guys know who I am. I'm going to get my studio mode up. Let's see if I can't get it working.
Give it about the United 73 once they pass November Juliet, November Alpha, November Echo with Ulysses. November Echo with Ulysses. Very cool.
Here we go. All right. I'll turn the song off. There we go. So what I don't have here is I don't have the air traffic control stuff. But anyway, I'm KIAH. You're watching Texas Plane Spotters Live. We are here in Houston, Texas, at George Bush Intercontinental Airport, watching these beautiful aircraft. We've got the Air France that's just now heading on out, going out to Charles de Gaulle Airport. Left about 10 minutes early, which is fantastic. Got a United 737 just taxiing here. Let me see if I can get this logo off the screen. There we go. I'll give you guys an idea of who I am, right? So my name is KIAH. I have been watching airplanes ever since I was a kid, man. I really enjoyed it. When I was young, I lived in Florida, Sanford, Florida to be specific. And we lived in a neighborhood that was just outside of the Sanford airport at the time. Was not considered international. We did not have the international flights that go into Sanford now from Europe. And so one year the Blue Angels came through and my dad was like, well, we can't really go. For whatever reason, maybe we didn't have enough money. It doesn't really matter. And so instead we set up the we set up the chaise lounges, like little chairs, on the roof. And when we set them up on the roof, they were practicing, right? They were practicing their for the show. And they would fly by right over the house. And it was so neat to watch. One moment, one of the Blue Angels came over our home and was doing a nice, tight, low altitude turn, just skimming right over. And as it did, came over my house, and all I saw was blue canopy and their head. And I mean, I could see the helmet and the decoration of the helmet. That was it. I was looking up in the skies every time I could from that moment on. So, fast forward, what, 30 years? I'm still watching them today. So we got Lufty over here. Lufty and Lufthansa Boeing 747. This is the return flight back to Frankfurt, Germany. It is Lufthansa Flight 441. This is a 25-year-old Boeing 747-400. Let's get you a better look. You're just popping into the chat. Let me know who you are. Let me know what brought you here, what your passion is. Is it commercial aviation? Is it specifically military ops? Is it aviation in general? I'd love to know. While we're waiting on Lufty to move, I'll watch this A319 from United coming in from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I told you those winds, those gusts, were going to make it incredibly interesting as these pilots bring down this aircraft. That one just goes to show. They pulled back on that stick, and it just floated a little bit more than he thought it was going to with that gust. Like I said, luckily the wind is coming out of the west, so we're going to continue to see the western ops, which means really good visibility for arriving traffic. I don't have to make any moves. But it's not going to be easy today with the gusts that just started popping in. It wasn't always gusty. It was really nice earlier, but the sun was out a little more. And I guess that's the trade-off, isn't it? So, if you're not going to have an unbearable Texas sun, and you actually get some overcast clouds, and this nice, diffracted light for good videography, then you're going to get gusty winds along with it. So, we'll take what we can get. Lufty's on the move. Lufty's now showing up in flight radar. Lufthansa 441. Like I said, a Boeing 747-400. 25 years old. 25 years old. 3:35 was the departure time. 3:35 was departure time. Looks like Lufty was running just a little behind, huh? 20 minutes. If you're on that Boeing. You can see me. Hello. Of course, no one I know is actually on that aircraft. No one cares. They're busy trying to figure out when they're going to get their meal and take a nap for the night. They're not looking out the window to find the guy in the blue shirt and the fisherman's hat because he's bald and needs to cover his head so he doesn't get a sunburn. They're not looking for that guy. I gotta tell you, this girl looks beautiful in the sun. What do you reckon that is? Flaps 15 or flaps 20?
Four 33 kind of counter channel 124.12. Sorry about that. Just like 10, 30, for 1 west.
Oh, my nose is killing me, folks. Oh, did I get an overheated camera? I think we did. Let's expose it. Let the wind blow. And we'll see if we can get the camera back here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to throw it in the car again. And get it cooled off. Now, I do wonder, was it the battery and not the temperature? I didn't notice. I didn't see. Yep, I think the battery's exhausted. Hold on one second, guys. We're going to call an audible here real quick and get us some more power.
21 miles east of the Intercontinental Airport. Considering velocity for the RNAV.
I actually planned for this, but I didn't see the battery, the little battery light come on. So that's on me, which is why you're now seeing a black screen.
Contact town 2535, make sure you know. Definitely better than the time now. I don't forget 4720 heading to the passenger. Another 160 heavy turn left heading 180.
Don't tell me I forgot it. You know what? I did on purpose. Sorry. I'm having a moment, folks. I'm having a moment.
190, clear for the island. They ran the gate.
Oh, goodness gracious. I wish I should have. I wish I saw it. Okay. One battery in. Next battery in. And we're back and operating, folks. Just in time to watch Lufty go by. Oh, well. So, all right, let me slide down here and watch some of these stagnant stationary aircraft. Guys, welcome to Texas Plane Spotters. My name is Crew Sox. You're watching live from Houston, Texas. We are on the parking garage, in the parking garages of the Echo parking lots. And it gives us such a good view of the Delta parkings where the heavies go, as well as all the landings that come in off of the 2.6s. Gonna do my best to make sure I keep an eye on that power, because I truly didn't see it. I truly didn't see it. Which that's on me. It's on me. And so I apologize. You guys are going to end up getting a black screen of death for a little bit with the Elgato Cam Link. But hey, consider this an Elgato sponsorship. Not really. It's not really. But it's an advertisement for Elgato. Unbeknownst to me and unplanned. I cannot complain. I honestly, I was so worried when I came here today that parking was going to be so atrocious that I could not find a spot. But the new Echo Delta parking lots that are here, by the way, they squeak with the rubber tires because it's so new. But this parking garage, barely anybody here, and I'm able to come off to the side where the exit is, and there's a walkway I'm able to operate out of. So I'm pretty happy with this view for westbound ops. Now, eastbound ops, if we land on the 8s, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go. I'll probably have to end up going over into the Charlie terminal area. Problem with that is it is incredibly packed. This is Houston. United Airlines is mostly all domestic flights. So that Charlie terminal is the busiest part of this airport. So getting a good parking spot over there for you guys to be able to see what's going on, it's going to be incredibly difficult. And looks like we have swapped. It looks like we have swapped. Uh-oh. We have swapped. Oh, heck yeah. Whoa, crazy. Looks like we did. We swapped. I'm going to have to stay here, though. Which is not bad because we'll get to see more of the rollout and the exit off to the taxiway. Let me turn off the audio again because we put in a new battery. It goes, hey, let's talk about the audio. I said, hey, we need to have no audio coming through. Audio recording off. There we go. Put the hat back on. Yes, my camera is wearing a hat right now. Why? Because it's hot. And that has been keeping the camera cool. Or at least cold enough that I don't have to stop the stream. So I'm happy with it. Now I do have low light coming in, so let me go ahead and modify what we got going on here. Let's go ahead and adjust that. There we go. Back to looking better because the light's going to be a little bit different.
transitional wind speed problem.
We've got strong gusts out of the east. I didn't even notice it. I mean, I noticed the gust, but I did not see that it had changed directions. All right, what big girl's coming over here now? Ooh, I don't even know who this is. I almost lost my hat. It's a 777, but I can't look where from because I'm trying to catch a hat and keep it from falling, while also operating a camera. Come on. Ooh, yeah. We'll see where it's from in just a second.
Headed 160 heavy, right turn November, continue to your spot 19. Contact the ramp, no, thank you.
Airbox spot 19, United at 1. Special 319 contact, cleared on the rest of it. 0.65.
That wind is not being our friend right now.
Approach. Ground, front line, approach spot 19. Remember, there's been a 2 on there now. Down, turn left to 60. Stop out at 160 at 28 planes. Roger, I have 537 at 6,000.
And where was that 777? Let's take a look. That was United 160, 777-200, arriving from Munich, Germany.
530.
We'll watch it go across our cam here. Now, is that going to come over here? Oh, nice.
Airport 720, use the tower with 140 at 1 Snyder, runway 8 right, your lane.
Tower, shuttle 6319, Island 0.
Air shuttle 6319, use the tower with 140 at 1 Niner, runway 8 right, your lane.
8 right, middle and shuttle 6319.
These engines look pretty good, just spinning. They're gorgeous. Where are you going to pop into?
Maintain 7,000.
Nope. Going over to the Delta 2. Same gate the Speedbird came out of. Excuse me. The British Airways. For those of you who don't know the call signs.
Right in the morning.
She's a beaut, Clark. She's a beaut. Those of you just joining us, for those of you who are just joining us, if I can learn how to speak, you're listening to Texas or watching Texas Plane Spotters. My name is Crew Sox. We are live from Houston Intercontinental Airport. We are just watching the United 777-200 from Munich arrive and park at the Delta Gates. It is 4:11 in the afternoon. If you're joining us, and I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know who you are, where you're coming from, why you're joining us. That sort of information, allow me to have a relationship with those who are watching the show. We're going to come live from Houston Intercontinental Airport each weekend. Right now, I've got it planned for 2 o'clock on Saturdays, but that could change depending, right? To go back a little bit, I got to the airport around 1:30 today, but my intention with getting here that early was to get some early recording of some arrivals, and then just to be able to play them back for you guys later in the stream. Fortunately, I had battery issues, I had overheating issues, and I had audio issues that I had to work on and figure out how to fix. So unfortunately, that means we just started late, around 2:40. And we're still going to go until 5 or 6 this evening.
Navigation.
But I say I'd like to say this. 2 o'clock is supposed to be our starting time. That is my current goal. If I meet it, awesome. If we want to change it, because I'll be honest, not a lot happens at between 3 and 4, then maybe we come in a little early. That would allow us to see the Lufthansa not only depart, but its arrival, and the KLM, and the Atlas Air. So these are important. These are ones I wish I could have gotten and wish I would have been here for. So for next week, we'll try that. Now, May 8th, we will have this working out a little bit better. That's my hope, right? I can't think negatively. Then I won't want to come back. But I got to tell you, I'm really enjoying the spot we're at. I'm enjoying how not desolate, that's not the right word, how accessible it is. Let's take a look. We've got another Embraer just slowing down here.
Very good. And maintain VFR at or below 2,000.
This United Express flight, this is from Puerto Escondido, which is Mesa Airlines operating as United Express 6319.
Visual approach into Dry Creek. Still kind of an iron stuff and it's darn in a plane. Join Tango Roger, you can join the approach. The approach
Now I got to figure out how to not sound like crap on the stream, like with snipping. It's like I hate that my allergies do that.
November, Alpha, Ram, Juliet.
Yeah, 2450. Let's fix the second right on the double throttle.
Okay, right on the November problem.
I'm going to go turn up the air traffic control just a little bit. Give me just a moment, guys.
Now, this is 51
Airport 996, be the 180.
Let me know if the air traffic control gets too loud. I think it's probably just about right.
9, runway 8 left, clear to land.
What do we got here? Hello, Embraer. Skip.
3 Charlie Bravo, verify 4 miles requested. They went, David Wayne took the airport northwest bound at 1,600. 3 Charlie Bravo, radar in contact, flight 270, meeting VFR interval is 2,000. North 3 Charlie Bravo, flight 270.
Now that United Express flight was United Express 4264, operated by Commutair, coming from Wichita, Kansas. It's an Embraer 145XR. Got another big bird coming in. Let's see what she's doing and where she's coming from. Who might you be, Airbus?
2616 heading Houston Tower, 140 at 14, runway 8 left.
Oh, you can't mistake that yellow for anything else other than Spirit Airlines. This is Spirit Airlines, Spirit 2827 from Las Vegas, Nevada. Ooh, nice job. For those who don't know, Spirit's still in some trouble here financially. I think they're still looking to possibly get bought or get bailed out by the U.S. government. I'm not trying to say anything political. I'm just saying they're still financially strapped and struggling. But I will say that they have a very robust network that sits inside of Houston Intercontinental Airport. If we were to go down to the Alpha Gates, you would see a bunch of Spirit Airline A320s, A319s, and A321s, both NEO and CO engine variants. Spirit is one of those airlines that I understand they're a low-cost carrier, but I have a unique little love for them in my heart, for them and for Frontier. Just because I love how colorful the airplanes are. I love that sort of attitude. That's sort of, I am not necessarily corporate. I am just trying to fly from point A to point B and get things done. As they say with curse words, get S done. And I think that's the vibe I get from Spirit. They're just trying to get it done. I love these A321s. That appears to be a CO variant, CEO.
13 Charlie Bravo, and the turn right heading 350 for traffic. Maintain VFR at or below 3,000.
We've got another Airbus coming in here. See if I can get it. There we go.
Washington 34.3 today.
This is United 2263 from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. This is a 24-year-old Airbus A320. I've said it earlier and I'll say it again. It amazes me how old these aircraft can be and still be operating, flying hundreds of people, thousands of miles with no issues. Still amazes me to this day. I'm always, amazed at like a 10 or 15-year-old car. These are 25-year-old airframes. 25 years of flying up and down flight level 360 to ground level over and over and over and over. It's a testament to the robust A&P mechanics that work on these birds every single day. And guys, I'm pretty excited. Don't know if you noticed. Prime Air, probably operated by Atlas. Let's see, who is it operated by? Air Transport, ATI. Operated by ATI, going from Houston to Chicago. This is a Boeing 767-300. I'm assuming it's a conversion. Painted in the beautiful Prime Air livery for Amazon.
R7 or Roger, 90. Here, Foxtrot 696.
If I could focus and keep her in frame. If you're just joining us, welcome to Texas Plane Spotters. I am Crew Sox. We're live from Houston Intercontinental Airport, looking at a Amazon Air or Prime Air 767-300, departing out of the cargo ramp on its way to Chicago, Romeo Foxtrot Delta Airport.
November Echo. Right number kilo left November Alpha for November Echo. It's on port.
Now, what's interesting, guys, is you can see over here a United airplane being tugged at a standstill, waiting on the Prime Air. Prime Air is going to skedaddle up northbound here, and then it's going to turn out west. Oh, excuse me. And that's going to allow that other United airplane that's under tug, and under tow, I should say, move forward here. So we'll move the camera out here just off to the left, and we'll watch this happen in front of us.
Thank you. Join Tier Fox to the ramp. Have a good day.
Nice. I love when aircraft dance on taxiways, right? It's a little bit of a orchestrated dance to get all this done, thanks to the ground controllers. What is landing out there? Another Prime Air 767 coming in. And I got to keep an eye out. Beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Avianca coming in. This is Avianca 424 from San Salvador.
Ramp 00.
32 negative, it'll be the north 2 with a good full, full short of runway 8 right, and it'll be tower 125.35. 2535, full short of east, right solution, direct engine.
Okay, 497, 9.2, just like 1,000 and 400. Yeah, that's 196, 5% heading to you, right? 497. Contact the ramp 131.3 at spot 19. Have a good day. Go on 0.3 and 19 and 44 again for one.
Avianca's going to take that exit there. Okay, boys and girls, please put on your hard hats and let's go to the neighbor of the land down under. Air New Zealand in the minimalist livery on 26 right now. This is Air New Zealand 28, flight 28. Oh my gosh, I can't keep it in frame. Get with the program, man. Air New Zealand's minimalist livery coming into Houston as Air New Zealand 28. This is from Auckland, New Zealand.
Up at town, 535, that's it. That's actually the left one. The whale call. Approach on 134.3. Direct flight here. And maintain 10,000 feet, 280 knots. Good. Blue 35132, traffic on an 8-mile final, cross runway 8 right at November Papa.
Cross runway 8 right at November Papa, Blue 35132.
New Zealand 28 Heavy, you're going to be first. Sierra Foxtrot, Spot 19, contact the ramp today. Foxtrot, Spot 19, the ramp. Hey, let's go ahead. Right, November Alpha, left on November.
Gorgeous aircraft.
November.
How long is that flight? I'm not even sure. "12 hours and 40 minutes. That's all day, people. That's all day. 12 hours and 40 minutes ago. If you're just joining us, you're watching Texas Plane Spotters live from Houston Intercontinental Airport. I will be able to say that one day, folks. IAH.
You'll see him in just a minute. Let them pass.
We are on the Echo Garages overlooking the Delta Heavies and the international arrivals. This is Air New Zealand. Air New Zealand is coming in from Auckland 12 hours and 40 minutes ago as flight 28 for Air New Zealand. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Southwest 391, set to maintain 6. Approach 100.1. Then a 28 quarters to the maintain 8,000, make it right.
The wind is slowly blowing it, so
4,000. 537.
I could just leave it there. Could just leave it where it is and let the wind blow it.
Once more approach.
Now, where is she going to park? Let me see. I don't see any flaggers. Oh, she's going to come right in front of us at Delta 1, folks. See that wing walker? Here, let me see if I can show you. See that? Excuse me, Delta 10.
Yeah, 17,
It's coming right over here, folks. Oh my gosh. Get your life together. There we go.
Blue Street 5132, I need you. 1545 on the month, 1 0, 8, 3,000, 3,005, but now it's 6 months. 1 0, 8, 7, 7, Island, and I can agree to the 2 0, and the great one. And last, and on the 89, 19. The 14, 20, cigarettes.
She's a beaut, Clark.
There you go. Body team on the board. There are 8, a Roger, so November Bravo, November Juliet, November Alpha. Bravo, Juliet, Alpha, Gary. Okay, got to put it out there. Follow the next one. Good as in 948, keeps departure radar contact, maintain. Traffic 3 o'clock, 2 miles westbound is a Boeing, an Airbus 3000.
You know, as we're watching her come in, we should also note Now, there was a fire truck that just went by going over towards the Charlie gates. Not sure what's going on over there.
Yeah, after
What a gorgeous airplane.
we'll be able to.
And there's engine shutdown. Fantastic. Just in time for the touchdown.
40 at 14, runway 8 left, clear to land.
This is United Airlines Flight 1829, a 757-300 that departed Denver.
Do you want us to contact ground? Frigate 4480, contact the East Ramp, please. East Ramp, and they will get you over there. 3127. East Ramp, Frigate 4480. Thank you.
I like these combo shots. I think they look cool. That's, if I was to take a still, that's what I would take a still of, is where I've got 4 aircraft all pointed in the same direction, but I've got different variations of depth, right? That to me looks neato burrito.
Call around at 690. At a 1976 name for you. Hold short of Juliet, call the rest today. That's 1420 negative approach, with S3, 3000.
Just joining us, you're watching Texas Plane Spotters, and we've got security getting ready to go do a runway run, or ops getting ready to do a runway run here real fast. We've got a United Express 145 and a Boeing 737-800 from United taxiing back. We've got another 737-800 behind that. We'll see where they go. The Express is going awfully slow. I'm not sure what it's doing. Why it thinks it needs to be there. Like so slowly. Maybe they're waiting for a gate and they're coming in on the deltas because they're, coming from a foreign gate, foreign origin. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, it came from Springfield, Missouri. So I don't know what it's doing. I don't know why it's sitting there. The 737s, the first one in line, the first one in the conga line, this guy's coming from San Francisco. This guy was from San Francisco. It's a MAX 9 aircraft. And then in its buddy in the back, this is from Boston. This is a Series 9 as well, but not a MAX series. This is a Boeing 737-900, not a MAX 9. Which, if you get confused by those, I could totally understand. But the MAX aircraft essentially work like this. Typically, you have a Boeing 737, and then you have a variant of that 737. The 500, the 600, the 700, the 900, progressively getting longer, and in some cases extending the range of the aircraft. Then they decided to retool these aircraft with a little bit of an upgraded flight deck, a little bit of automation, and 2 brand new engines. And I'm pretty sure they're LEAP engines. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But they're LEAP engines if they're a MAX aircraft. Well, you couldn't just keep going to 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 1,300. So they decided they would go, okay, it's a 737 MAX. Okay, 737 MAX. Then you're going to decide, okay, is it what variant? Is it the same length and capacity typically of a typical 737-700? Well, then it's a MAX 7. Is it the typical variant that would be similar to the 737-800? That becomes a MAX 8 and MAX 9, so on and so forth, right? So you get the gist. There is a MAX 10, which that will be interesting because there's not a 737 1000, but there is a MAX 10. And I believe they're still looking to get the 737 MAX 7s, the ones that are supposed to go to Southwest Airlines, in a ridiculous number. I mean, talking hundreds upon maybe multiple hundreds of aircraft are supposed to go to Southwest. Problem is, with all those crashes that happened many years ago, it's been taken a while for them to get all of those certified. And what ended up happening is, since they weren't certified, the only thing that was the MAX 8. And so Southwest started taking on the MAX 8. Well, what ended up happening is now they have too much capacity, right? So Southwest has been struggling because they've got so much capacity within the network that is supposed to be filled with 737-700s. We're talking 139 to 149 seats, not 189, right? So we're talking about a capacity issue for their typical point-to-point route to city-to-city air route network that the hub and spoke models don't typically see. Because what's so great about Southwest, and if you didn't know, what Southwest does is it goes from point to point and only flies where the demand sits. So they're not expecting someone who goes from Tulsa to Las Vegas to also be coming from, Ann Arbor, Michigan. They're not expecting that, right? But a hub and spoke model, like what United operates, will do that exact thing. It will fly everybody from Ann Arbor, Michigan to Houston first, and then it'll move them out to Las Vegas, which that means they can run higher capacity aircraft on single routes, that's where Southwest is different. And these not hub and spoke models, but point to point model, city to city model, they're only operating where the flight demand exists. So in my example, if I was going from Tucson, Arizona to Las Vegas, I'd only want to fly an aircraft that can meet the basic demand. Well, not a lot of people are going from Tucson to Phoenix or to Las Vegas. They're not. Certainly not 189 of them any given hour. So what happens is Southwest sends a Boeing 737-800 or 737 MAX 8, because that's all they have. And now they can't fill the aircraft because the demand does not equal or exceed the capacity of the airline for that particular route. And so they've been struggling. It's been difficult for them. But I'm sure they'll figure it out. What do we got coming in? Let's take a look here. Salt Lake City, Boeing 737 MAX 9. Then we got a 737-900. And then a 737-800 from Las Vegas. All coming in line next to each other or right behind each other like a little conga line. There is something interesting going on just around that bend that keeps these guys hung up over here. This is the second time this is happening. And I have a feeling it's wherever that fire truck went. There's something going on over there. If you're just joining us, welcome to Texas Plane Spotters Live. I am Crew Socks. We are live at Houston Bush Intercontinental Airport. We are checking out the north side of the airport today. We are in the Echo garages, top of the Echo garages, overlooking the 26 left, 26 right, 8 left, and 8 right runways. Now, not too long ago, they were landing the 26s, which is why we set up here. But wind started gusting out of the southeast and out of the east, and they had no choice but to change the flow. And so now everybody, they're arriving out on the on the west side, excuse me, over on the 8s. And so now we may not have a prime position for the touchdown, but we do still get to see the high-speed exit of these aircraft. Almost 5 o'clock, got about an hour, almost an hour left in the show here, folks. Please do like if you enjoy your time here. It's not asking much, but I'll tell you what, the more likes you do have, the more YouTube likes us, and the more they'll put us in front of eyes that might enjoy the content as well. So if you don't mind, run over there, put a like, comment if you want, but let's just enjoy these arrivals. Now the wind is pushing us around a little bit, so it is getting difficult. That must have been a light bird. Did you see how early it exited? Oh my goodness. Was there 3 people on that aircraft? My goodness. Was that November Kilo? Got an Alaska strolling in behind this guy. It's going to come into frame here in just a couple moments. He's having to take the long way. He's going slow too. What are we doing on battery? Looks like we're okay. You see him yet? There he is. Oh, look at that. Mismatched engine cowling.
People by local weather domes at West Airport or weather domes that say approach request.
Don't let that scare you, folks. It's just safe. If you're joining us, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me where you're coming, where you're joining us from. What's your nearby airport? Let me know what you're into, right? Yoinks. There we go. Back into frame. Now, what's interesting is we've got an Alaska just sitting there. I can't hear the ATC because of the way the audio's set up right now. But I am curious to why he's just sitting out there on the taxiway. He back taxied a little bit, and then he just stopped. If anybody knows, let me know. Let me know why he's just sitting there.
1-5, runway 8 right for the land. Right for the land, 41.
I need to be able to update the Chiron because we're not landing the 2.6s right now, but I just don't have a moment to get it to update it. So we are landing the 8s. We are not landing the 2.6s, despite what it may look like. We've got a pretty strong and gusty wind out of the east that is preventing that from happening. Now, okay. Interesting aircraft that's on its way in. It's turning base to final, so it's a little ways out. Is the Amerijet 767 from Louisville, operating as Amerijet 5778 767-300. It is a Boeing 767 freighter conversion. 26-year-old aircraft, still a little ways away, about 2 minutes out from our current location. And the Alaska still has not moved. What is going on here with Alaska? Might be windy, but it's actually a pretty beautiful day out here. The haze is not too terrible, not too difficult to see what's going on. This Air New Zealand in front of us is just getting worked. Lots going on, little busy bees working on that aircraft, getting it turned. Large cargo containers popping out of there. In fact, if you've never seen these cargo containers get worked while we're waiting on a Amerijet, let's zoom you in. Let you take a look. This is how this works. We'll let you see how it works. They have conveyor belts, right? And the lift itself has rollers. And that allows them to move these gigantic carrier crates of cargo. That cargo then moves out onto the lift. The lift then scissors downward, right? And then it moves off the conveyor onto a loader or, the carts. So if you've never seen this operation, you're about to see it. It's really neat. It's very interesting if you've never seen it. We're looking still about 2 minutes out for this Amerijet landing out on the west side of my goodness, I can't talk. It's landing out on 8 left. There's a United plane that's coming in earlier, and then the Amerijet is a little distance, a little far out there. So now he's going to drive off with those crates, and now the next one's going to drive in, right? So you saw him run back to that loader, that cart. Well, look, now you got empty crate holders, right? So you got now you got 2 empty trays. By the way, that Alaska hasn't moved. So now you have new empty trays, right? So now they're going to take that cargo crate, they're going to take that crate, and they're going to lower it down. The Amerijet's coming in, so we need to think about moving off. Because I want you to be able to see that lander. All right, they're not lowering the crate. So give me a second. Let's get a Amerijet first. Then we'll come back.
What, 1420, Roger. I will keep an eye on
That's not a Amerijet. My bad. I thought that was Amerijet coming in. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Still waiting on Amerijet. Amerijet is... Oh, shoot, it's slowing down even more. It's 3 minutes out. We've got time. Come on, lower the crate, my guys. Lower the crate. The cargo wants to go home. Lower the crate.
And urban traffic below you, just let me know when you're able to see the Venetian 2000 label.
Alaska's finally moving. You know, I wonder, whatever was going on over on that side of the airfield where the fire truck went, that was eventually holding up these guys who were coming off of November Bravo when they were exiting. Remember when there was a little conga line that was there for a minute? I wonder if whatever aircraft or whatever incident was happening over there, if that was taking up the space where Alaska could get in. And maybe, just maybe, they had to wait for that space to open back up for it to make sense for them to move. That would stink because what was that? That's been 15 minutes just sitting, waiting on the gate, waiting on access to the alleyway. Interesting. Are they moving the crate? Are they moving two of them? Okay, now Amerijet's coming in. They're going to duck away from this. Come out to the Amerijet. Not that one. That one.
Right for the link. Last 1420 traffic's on a 4.5 mile final. Cross 8 right at November Kilo and make the half right as you cross.
Cross 8 right of the vessel, so I think there's a hard crash. That's the 420.
That is 404. We're showing your gate occupied. November, Sierra Fox, call the ramp at spot 9. All right, November, Sierra Fox, we'll call the ramp.
The Alaska's finally moving. And we'll come back here. Let's see if we can actually watch them lower a crate.
Bravo Alpha and 17, Alaska 46.
For the head, we did that right.
So that crate's going to slide on. Here it goes. And he's going to sort of lock that baby into place. I'm sure there's walls or some sort of containment system that locks it into place. Then that tug operator is going to move forward, and they're going to line back up to the scissor lift. So the third operator is going to unlock those walls, and now you've got the crate sliding out. There's a little conveyor system, pushes the crate. Then the scissor lift is going to drop that crate. Looks like they're moving in a second crate behind it. Very nice. It would be interesting, do they do both at the same time or do they just do one at a time? That's the interesting thing here. Uh-oh. It's got to go back in. Doesn't belong here. It doesn't get off in Houston. I'm just kidding, guys. So we've got, okay, so we're doing two crates. Oh, look at you, you overachievers. So we got two crates. And then we're going to sit, uh-oh. Okay, good. We're going to scissor those bad boys down. Oh, nice. It twists them and gets them in the spot too. That's nice. Okay. And then it slides onto the tray. And just like that, that second operator locks it into place.
Maintain 6,000. Five,
Then-
right for the land. Clear land,
And that tug driver is going to move that cart forward any day, anytime, at some point eventually.
Or 8 right.
They really want a third. They want a third crate, I promise. There we go. Finally.
All right,
And that third crate's going to finally move out over there. Nice. What? That wasn't good enough. It didn't like it. There we go. Third crate. They'll lock that bad boy in place, and then off and away it goes.
Maintain VFR at or below 2,000, and the Houston officers 2972.
A little bit of a lull. A couple aircraft are coming in, but nothing we haven't seen before, guys. Right now, what's crossing 8 left is a SkyWest 5758 from Tulsa. Behind it is United Airlines 2030 coming in from New York, LaGuardia. And then a little bit later, maybe about, I don't know, a minute or so out, is United 2103, a 737-800 coming in from San Jose del Cabo. Outside of that, we're looking at pretty standard fare, folks. 737 MAX 9 from Nassau, Bahamas. And then a 737 MAX 9 from San Diego. Another MAX from Los Angeles and another 737-900 from New Orleans, Louisiana. I will say there's a 767-300 heading our way from Amsterdam. About 6 minutes away, but right now it's on a downwind somewhere out there in the ether. It won't be here for a little bit because considering we've got finals that are 20 miles long, we're not going to see it for a little bit. You guys got to tell me when I forget to move the camera so there's something to watch.
At 2103, after you exit, it'll be the second right on November Bravo. Hold short November Juliet and call the rest. Have a good day. And that's right, November Bravo, short November Juliet, over Rock United 21 service. Good day.
Oh, that's fun. That radar cone, the nose cone of that United Express Embraer is a different color. It doesn't have the livery on it. I do wonder which airplane they borrowed that from. Maybe an Alaska Express airline? I think that's funny looking. It's out there in the distance. Please, I gotta learn to zoom out first.
Or did you see us local weather did them? If I don't click up here, I coach. It's 10:05.
Oh, cool. Now, let me come back here to the Air New Zealand. Not because I just absolutely love this livery, because I kind of do. It's nice. Let me check my battery here. We're looking okay. I also want to check my brightness here. There we go. With the sun going down, I've got to constantly check it and rework it.
Now 1123 Houston Tower, wind 13014, gust 19. Wait, right, quickly. Quickly, right now.
Focus in there, blue buddy. Focus in there, good buddy. Let me see if I can get this to work, because it shouldn't be having so much trouble focusing.
November Sierra Fox and Ram today. November Sierra Fox Ram to United at 14.
I wonder what its issue is.
1020 ground 15 west 1.
There. I had to do it manually. Well, that's cool. I like that. Dan, I'm a weirdo. These kinds of shots make me happy. You're just joining us. You're watching Texas Plane Spotters live. We are at Houston Bush Intercontinental Airport. Hello, Viva Aerobus. Now, you didn't tell me you were leaving. Let's come over here. Let's look at our Viva. So we're watching Viva Aerobus, but this is Texas Plane Spotters, live from Houston Intercontinental Airport. Now, the Viva Aerobus came from Monterey. Where is it going? Back to Monterey. Okay. This is Viva Flight 613.
That is 1654.
And back to Monterrey, Mexico.
Right, November to 5. Okay, here we go.
It is a 12-year-old, jeez, a 12-year-old A321.
30 tower, cross 8 right at November Papa, and people behind you.
All right, cross 8 right at November Papa, United 130.
United 1654, turn right at November Bravo, ground point 7, please.
Right, November Bravo, ground point 7.
At 2237 tower, traffic 4 out, cross 8 right at November Papa.
Cross 8 right at November Papa, United 130.
Travel 5758, November Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot.
Or where are you going?
2030, November Bravo, hold short of November Juliet, and then call the Ram today.
All right, November Bravo, hold short of November Juliet, call the Ram, United 130.
That is 2237, November Bravo, Sierra Fox, today.
No Bravo, Sierra Fox,
Now we got a bunch of Uniteds that are crossing 8 right now because, well, they have to. They had to wait for the other United that landed in order to clear out. And then we've got a big boy, I think it's a big guy, coming in over here. Who are you? Is this my 767? Yep, from Frankfurt, Germany. Ooh, this is my 772. This is my 730. Oh my gosh, guys. My 777-200 from Frankfurt, Germany. United Airlines 47.
Okay, 2100, Houston 15 left track, west 1.
Yeah, I'll hold on. Right on.
I think down 120.7 feet. And proceed direct to Colette. At the high speed right turn on the Fox cutout, the north one. Right turn, high speed right turn, Fox. The north one,
Now, why is it not autofocusing? Did I somehow get it out of autofocus?
United 21
I
Heavy.
don't know how I did that.
Runway 8 left to the left.
I'm not sure what I did wrong.
Good fortune, Houston ground pursuit. Go off the right, please give way.
If you're just joining us, welcome to Texas Plane Spotters. We'll be here for about the next hour or so. We are at Houston Bush Intercontinental Airport on the north side of the Echo Garage. We are overlooking the Delta parking, the Delta terminal. We just watched the 777-200 for United land on runway 8 left, arriving from its long trip from Frankfurt, Germany. It was a 9-hour and 57-minute flight so far. So they're coming up on 10 hours in that aircraft. That is I'll let you guys guess. 20-year-old 777-200, 25-year-old 777-200, or a nearly 30-year-old 777-200. And for those of you who would guess, because of my inflection, 29 years old, the answer would be correct. 29-year-old 777. That's wackadoodle, people. There are artists and movie makers and actors and actresses, and other celebrity types that are not 30 years old and making millions of dollars, and yet they were not born when this beautiful bird took to the skies for the first time. Absolutely wild to me. Absolutely wild.
United 2366, clear to land runway 8 left.
Thank you, clear line 8 left, United 20.
Now, despite what you see on the Chiron, because I can't change it right now, I'm just kind of a little bit busy, right? We are landing 8 left and 8 right. They had a nice wind shift. We've got a strong gusting winds out of the east right now. So the runway did change flow, and I have not been able to update it. So runway 8 left and 8 right are the active landing runways right now.
There, 100 to 108, firm freighter contact, pay attention. To Conroe to do the practice, on the list 14, 191, 108, 360, maintain 2000, 360. 251, Juliet Mike, right, heading 120. 613 is turn left at November Echo, and Whiskey, monitor tower 167.3.
Don't left November Echo. Like I said, we're going to give it 133, I think, 133.
Excuse me.
If someone able to provide information to you, did you say you want vector final or do you want the core approach? Vector final, or final, weather, 131. Sure. And 102, heavy turn right, direct, turn right, direct starters. Which reflect. So left anyone, 0, I think you left localized.
Who are you? There's the 767. And that was coming from Munich, right?
That's it. Once you get that second right, call a ramp. Have a good day. Second right, order ramp.
Amsterdam. Amsterdam, a 767-300 from Amsterdam. United Flight 21. United Flight 21 is flown by a 34-year-old 767-300.
And it's having you pulled around 111.
This wind is kicking our butt today, folks.
Three five zero. That's shot. Contact. That's sort of the Delta. Maintaining 3,000, flighting 330. I'm maintaining 3,000, heading 360, 130 almost. We'll take 230 picture of this 1900, maintain that, and still Ilpo. Short of the November high speed, please.
Now, we didn't catch this aircraft's arrival, but maybe we will be able to catch its stroll by for its departure.
And November Bravo and Rapid of us. 7 mile home. I'd say right when I go, not 14 minutes. 4,000, 3 I want to show my final boat. That's 4 for dinner, 40-35. And November, 0 Foxtrot. November, 0 Foxtrot, ready.
Now, you should know
Yes.
we're low on battery here,
Made a 4237 tower.
both on the laptop and on the phone.
4237. Made a 4251. Follow the one.
So perhaps we'll make it the whole time. Or we may just have to wrap it up.
That is 2366 tower, cross state right at November Papa, traffic 4 out.
We'll see.
We'll see. Right at November Papa,
That is 21 Heavy Tower, cross state right at November Papa.
100. Here we go.
Right, November Papa, that is 100. 4237, November Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot. November Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot, Airport 2, 37. That is 2366, November Bravo, hold short of November Juliet, and then call the ramp.
November Bravo, short of November Juliet, call ramp.
That is 21 Heavy, November Bravo,
Okay.
Sierra Foxtrot, spot 19 for that.
Let's get back to the 747 for a moment. Now that I had to look at the battery life and see that it was dissipating quicker than I wanted.
Phone company right ahead of us, over the ramp here, for 30 here. 4285 Houston Tower with 13013, runway 8 right, clear to land. And your destination airport. Actually, bring it to the runway, and then monitor tower 1.3. You will see up the runway and monitor tower, well, 123 keys. That's the final report. Contact first 1.9.1. United 4 Heavy Tower, 113 0, 13 runway 8 left, middle end.
I'm gonna go plug this into the car. See if we can get it charged up a little bit. And make sure we can extend our day here. So we put the car on.
Right.
That's the great thing. I got a hybrid, so I can just kind of plug it on in and let it do its job and charge up this battery, and hopefully it'll be enough that it'll charge it up enough to where I can then unplug it and finish up the stream around 6. Another aircraft inbound. This is an American flight. American 2142 coming in from Dallas Fort Worth.
Say your present altitude. Contact approach 133.0 above.
My cover's falling around everywhere, messing me up.
Crossing right in November, Papa, traffic 4 out.
Crossing right, November, Papa, United, that's 42.
American 2142, turn right November Alpha, ground point 7 today.
November Alpha, ground point 7 today, American 2142.
United 742, November Bravo, Sierra Fox, Rand 2.
November, Bravo, Sierra Fox, Rand, United, 742.
That's 767 that came in right here. Let's see where he's going. I don't see any wing walkers. Not sure where he's going.
At 2198, 118, 160. That's from 060 intercepting by localized over 5 down.
Echo with T Bravo for American 2142.
180 and maintain that at still with on. Where's the orange? We're about 45 of those.
Well, coming out to that external, not external, but that empty gate off of the end in the edge of the terminal here.
Houston would back off and look down. Push 133.0 above. November Romeo, and do not block with the front. 232, coming feet down 125.35.
You just joining us? You're watching Texas Plane Spotters. We're live from Houston Intercontinental Airport. I am Prusox, and we are watching this United 767 300 that just arrived from Amsterdam. So I'll be here each Saturday from 2 o'clock. That's the current plan, is to be here from 2 o'clock until 6-ish. Today we started a little bit late, and that's what's going to happen the first time you try to live stream and get equipment to work the way it's supposed to work, right? So 2 o'clock Saturdays. We have a Discord that I just opened for you so that we can create a community that we are proud of. There's also txps.live. You can go there, get a little bit of information, and check out streams. If you didn't find us live, you can find us there as well. We've got another aircraft coming in here. Let's see who's coming in on this corner here. It's a United 777-200 coming in from London. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
Bravo and Foxtrot. Excellent, November Bravo.
Sorry, there's traffic. You're 1 to 2 o'clock, about 7 miles southbound. Base 1,800 type that down. Possibly about the it looks like presently you'll be ahead of them. One uniform is 2,100.
14 is 03. November Bravo, hold short of 05.
Bravo, hold short of your Fox. 800 heavy P direct 60.
I'm battling some allergies here.
Roger, you're right.
But I'd love to know where you're from. Right? Where are you tuning in from? Now, I do apologize because the Chiron does say we're landing 26 left, 26 right, but unfortunately we're not. We had a large wind gusts that started coming out of the east. So they had to do a flow swap here. And so that we are now landing on 8 left and 8 right. Unfortunately, while we're live, I don't have the ability to swap that up right now.
Cleared for the island from my approach. That comes power 1.4. Have a great day.
What a great looking aircraft out there.
I'll pull them. Thank you for you can call that. How about that thing?
So we'll be here till 6 o'clock tonight. That is the goal. We're right now having to charge a battery. And hopefully that will charge up enough that we can then use it. It was running at 100%, obviously, about an hour or two ago. So we ran through a lot. It looks like we're just barely staving it off. So hopefully we'll make it all the way to 6. But if we don't and the stream suddenly dies, well, you know what happened, folks. It means my battery died and the battery gods had other decisions to make in the day, and it wasn't to keep my stream going. Unfortunately, I just don't have a secondary battery that we can run on. Actually, I do. Let me go grab it. Conveniently enough, I am right next to the car. So it just works out that way that I can go grab the battery and plug it in. Now, the thing is I'm using all of my battery to charge something else. Excuse me, my larger battery to charge both my phone and the laptop, or to keep them running. In this case, I am going to dedicate that one battery just to the laptop. Hopefully that'll last us long enough to make it to 6 o'clock. That is the goal. Let me go ahead and close up shop here. Got my car wide open. Oh, I've taken care of that.
Got a 1433, Iowa, right. Not a 1433, 140, 12, my way right to the left.
Nice little Embraer Express jet. Not Express jet, but United Express running by. That was from DFW, coming in from DFW. That 777 is out there. That one coming in from London Heathrow, going all the way down to, I think it's November Papa, if I'm not mistaken. Taxiway way down there. Coming into November Papa. Who's coming in over here? Spirit? Of course. You can't mistake that yellow for anything else but Spirit.
How's it going on, 3045? Oh, that's not 3045. Supposed to be left. Anyway, that's what's the supposed to be right? What's here? After that's supposed to be right. And that's going to come back in 360 feet 100. Fairway 2232, you're going to attack in November, Sierra Foxtrot, next to on the bridge. November, Sierra Foxtrot, the ramp of the bridge.
KIAH 13, 50 gonna taxi November Bravo, Sierra Foxtrot, Memphis on the bridge. November on the last time, on the bridge.
That was the 210 on still phone.
Now, what I don't know is when that Air New Zealand's going to push again. Let me go check out the departures and see.
How 210 over there going back? I don't know if it's up here, something to 16. That's 45, but it's saying that it's a maintain down. It's a 19, 3 miles from oil post, from I 060, maintain 3000, so oil posted island, State Fighter Boat.
I don't see it. Am I just missing it? Hold on. Air Canada, Vancouver. Okay. Not a big deal. San Salvador for Avianca. San Salvador for Avianca. ATI going to Lakeland. American, United, Frontier, Alaska, Phoenix, Chicago. Is it not burning? Fort Lauderdale, Salina, Morelia, Dallas from United, American, and Aeromexico to Mexico City. Yeah, I don't know, folks.
7925, turn right on November.
It's a Volaris.
5 miles, maneuvering up to 2,400 type.
Now, that's a nice paint scheme. You reckon? It's really nice. Where are you coming in from, Volaris? We're coming in from San Luis Potosi.
Picture my heading 060 on it, something you might localize there.
Picture.
3011, relay right to the left.
The Butte, Clark. Right. We're still going to try to make it through best we can. I think we're going to have to stop here early because I've got 0 battery coming on this thing. It's probably going to cut us all off. But I think 2 hours and 40 minutes when it should have been 3 hours or 4 hours. This is pretty good. For anybody who did tune in, I really appreciate it. Anybody who's watching this on video on demand, thank you so much for lasting all the way to the end. I know there's a lot of content out there for us to absorb as aviation enthusiasts. So I'm glad you took a moment to stop and enjoy mine. We will be here next week, May 8th, 2026. Same location if I can help it. Such a beautiful spot. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Saturday, May 8th. We will see you then. Until then, this is Texas Plane Spotters. I am Crew Socks, and we will see you next time.
Turn right with you, Bravo. Right on with you, Bravo, and Joe Chief Bravo coming in.
9854 having runway 15 left, you the west one, take the left of what you look.
Guys, I almost lost the DJI. I almost lost it. It almost fell 7 stories down onto the ground. I'm glad I didn't.
November, Sierra Foxtrot, and then we're going to pitch guys. You really want to get in. Yeah, 1830, turn my heading 060, intercept 8 right localizer. One, zero, Level 3045, turn left heading 110, intercept 8 left localizer. 110, intercept down by 3045. Guys, 1468, 3 miles from info, maintain 3000 until established on localizer. Cleared islands, runway 8 right approach. Oh, cleared island, sorry, United 1601, reduce speed to 190.